Dinostories with the simple craft. Dinostories will I wear a hat.
Although we always are very good helpers, this week we really pulled out all the stops. We even got extra cleaning supplies.
We really did. Because this week, we're really hoping that Miss Jill will let us paint.
Absolutely. We know she has some great stories this week, but we are hoping that before our time is over, we'll end up with our tails and teeth in paint.
Dinosaurs, 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 dinosaurs.
To whom it may concern, that means you. You've probably heard stories about toys coming to life when no one is watching. Maybe you don't believe in that stuff, but if you're reading this, it means weird things might have already started happening in your house. I am so excited. Today we are going to read What the Dinosaurs Did Last Night, a very messy adventure. And I have to say, I think this might be my favorite. What the Dinosaurs Did Last Night, a very, oh good heavens, messy adventure. It usually starts with a mess that you can't explain. Your parents will think you did it. You might try to blame the dog, but it wasn't the dog. It was dinosaurs! Dinosaurs are always hungry. That means the kitchen is the first place they'll go. They'll lick all the lunch meat, chew up the cheese puffs, and slobber in the salsa. If the dinosaurs find your toys, they'll want to play. Next thing you know, they've toppled your block towers, unstuffed your sock monkey, and trashed your checkers. Your parents probably don't let you play in the bathroom, but dinosaurs aren't very good at following the rules. The worst is when they get into your parents' stuff. Nothing is safe with dinosaurs around. Look at his sweater. His knitted sweater. Whatever you do, keep them out of the laundry room. Dinosaurs are dry, clean only. Dinosaurs get into the most trouble while you sleep. That scratching sound you hear at night, it isn't a three-eyed monster or a bunch of clumsy bats. The dinosaurs are up in the attic trying on your mom's doll clothes and getting into your dad's old comics. Don't get too worried. They aren't all bad. Most people don't know this, But some dinosaurs dabble in drawing, play Picasso with paint. Sometimes they go too far. Look at that. I climbed up the ladder. Look. That's the wall. Pretty soon, you'll probably try to stop them, and everybody does. Maybe you'll tie them up with a jump rope or lock them in a closet. When that doesn't work, you'll keep trying. Don't bother. The dinosaurs can get out of anything. So look, there's the mouse trap. Oh, they're all mouse traps. Look. Anything. The dinosaurs will cause more and more trouble until they finally make a mess so big and so messy you won't even be able to believe it. And to be honest, this page makes me feel just a little bit uncomfortable. Look at that mud. Oh, that's hard work to get up. Mud is not funny. Then one day, you'll wake up and your house will be clean and no broken dishes, no spilled milk, no marks on the walls. And a few days will pass and then a few weeks. You'll wonder if the dinosaurs will ever come out again. You might even question whether they were ever really alive to begin with, or if you made the whole thing up. Don't be fooled. That's exactly what they want you to think. The dinosaurs were here.
Even at our messiest, we were never that bad. One more story, and then maybe time to get messy.
Yes, and this is actually one of the best books ever. Miss Jill, here, have some flowers. We love you.
Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. Once upon a time, there were 3 dinosaurs. Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the 3 dinosaurs made their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. "Oh boy," said Papa in his loud, booming voice. "It is finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else." "Oh, yes," continued Mama Dinosaur. "I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else." And then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. And the three dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. Well, sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. And the loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." But that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. And for example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So, as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of the counter." And then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left there on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? And the second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. And the third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. Soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the world for the hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So, she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. And the first chair was too tall. And the second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. And when she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and to think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. Hey, she told herself, this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house. Say what you'd like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and she got out of there. And just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for "Chewy bonbon time!" Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the three dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were three disappointed dinosaurs. The end. I just have to go back a page though, because you see who's there? It's not funny the pigeon's there, because this is by Mel Willems. Okay, guys, this is super duper exciting, and I'm a little bit nervous, but we are going to get out the finger paint. And you guys need to get out of the way just a little bit. Move you over. And let me just show you what I've got today. I have got, this is just Crayola. This is Crayola finger paint. And these are the little tubs. And these should be safe for us to use. I don't know if you have finger paint at home, but that's what we're going to use today. I've got a white piece of paper, and because I don't want to get paint on my table, I have put down a bigger piece of paper. If you have a craft tablecloth or something, that might be a good idea for you to use. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, this is exciting, I'm going to paint my hand. And I'm right-handed, so I'm going to paint my left hand. This feels good. Okay. And this is just for fun. So this is definitely a messy, messy, messy craft. I don't think I've done this in a long, long time. All right, so I am painting my hand. See a little bit better over here. Ooh, okay. How does that look? Can you guys see? And again, this is just finger paint, so it should wash right off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the yellow out of the way, and I'm going to come around here, and I am going to press my hand down, and hopefully when I lift it up, okay, not bad, not bad. So I'm just going to fill in where I probably didn't press down hard enough. So I'm going to fill this bit in because I still have yellow on my paintbrush. And I'm going to take the yellow and I'm going to add something over here. I wonder if it's starting to look like, are you starting to see something here? I hope so. I hope so. I'm hoping that it's starting to look maybe like a dinosaur. Okay, I think it's going to look more like it. There we go. Okay, so there's my hand, my 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I added a tail. Now I am going to put the yellow aside, and I'm going to wipe my hand off. I do have a paper towel ready. I'm going to wipe my hand off because I am going to open up some more paint. But I'm not done painting, so I'm not going to wash my hand yet, but I had that paper towel ready. Okay, you are going to hold, big guy, paper towel. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up some red. And I'm going to get another paintbrush. And what I'm going to do, and I think this paintbrush is kind of big, but that's okay. I think it's going to start to look a little bit more like a dinosaur. What am I putting on top of there? Again, this is really thick. I should probably have a smaller brush for these, but that's okay, because this is just fun. In fact, you could use, if you wanted to, because this is finger paint, you could just use your fingers if you want. Now this really should be dry before I add paint in the middle, but again, we're just having fun, and it's a messy craft. But I'm trying to make this guy look a little bit more like a dinosaur. Oh, can you see it? I can see it. I can see it starting to look like a dinosaur. Yeah? Okay. Again, you can use your fingers. I think we're starting to look like a dinosaur here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab the yellow again, just because I'm going to just kind of round out the belly a little bit. There we go. Round out the belly a little bit. Still see my 5 fingers? Yeah. I think it's starting to look like a dinosaur. Okay, I'm going to let the actual dinosaur dry just a little bit. We're going to add a face, but I want it to get a little bit drier. I have one. Ooh, might not have enough paintbrushes. Okay, I'm going to add down here. I'm going to add some grass down here. Oh, this is fun. This is definitely messy, but this is fun. Add some grass down here. Okay. And you know what? There's a tree over here. Okay. And there's a tree over here. So we actually need some brown. So I'm going to get the brown out, and I don't have another paintbrush ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the brown out. Ooh, it looks like chocolate pudding. It really does. I'm going to get the brown out with the end of my paintbrush because it's really thick. In fact, I bet if I start to use my finger now, it would probably be fine. But I'm just going to make this a bit of a tree. That looks like a tree, kind of, doesn't it? I think so. And there's a tree over here, so I'm just going to add a little bit more brown paint here. If I didn't have to touch anything else, I would just use my finger. Okay, I am thinking that looks, I think it looks like a dinosaur. Oh, I know what we need to do. Down here at the bottom, maybe just put, look, little dinosaur feet. Put some down here. And if you don't have a paintbrush at home, you can always use a Q-tip. And I probably should have brought some Q-tips out. Q-tips are great for painting. All right, there we have some dinosaur feet. And maybe I was going to go grab a pencil or a pen. But you know what? I'm wondering, this is risky, but I'm wondering if I could make, yes, I can. I can make it. Look, I can make a dinosaur eye. Oh, it's starting to look real. And let's see, let's do a little a big dinosaur smile. What do you think? Again, I thought I was going to grab a pencil or a pen. I don't know if he wants a few little eyelashes. There we go. All right. Well, there is, ladies and gentlemen, my version of a dinosaur. And I don't know who's calling, but you know what? I better go wash my hands and answer the phone. Thanks, guys. Bye.
And we're ready. We're committed. We're committed to clean up. Oh, Miss Jill, what a wonderful day.
Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share.
Absolute best day ever. I just wish I had one of those chocolate-filled bonbons.